Oh, God. Pretty sure it's a long. Pretty sure it's a long. Two green candles on the 45-minute, and we're riding the 30-minute moving average. The 30-minute 9 MA. 1 minute we're below it though. Volume, I don't think there's enough volume for me to like determine this. I got out really quickly because I think I might have just gotten in a little bit too premature. So I just want to be sure. I might jump in with micros instead, honestly. Still got like 12 minutes. But if it's riding this this 9 moving average like this, very tightly just above it, and it's closing above it, kind of does tell me that they want to push it higher here. Maybe to retest 70, retest this level first. It's $500. 500 for 250 here. 45-minute, we're rejecting the gap again. See, we can't break above this. Is another tail for me to figure out. If they can't break it above that, then they're most likely going to fill the gap to the downside first and then push it back up. It just depends on this specifically. If they close above here on the 15-minute, or even on the 30-minute here, if they close above 60s, I'm going to take a long. I'm going to do 1-to-1 here. Anything above 60s, sure. '60s, and then I'm going to aim for 305s, maybe. Resting liquidity. That's what I would like to have if it's above 60s. Yeah. My stop loss would be $440. Yeah, that's a 3 retest of the high here and a fail. And we're breaking below the 9 moving average now. We're breaking below on the 15-9 moving average. It's rejecting on the 45-minute chart again. Oh, I think we can get a move down here. It's 100% possible. Yeah, that seems reasonable to me. Grab liquidity here. I don't know if that's a short candle. I think I like that's the thing for me. Like, but I don't know. I can see orders on the book map. They're spoofing the highs. They're opening the orders and then they're reclosing it. There are more short sellers to the downside, so short sellers are trapped right now. And it looks like buyers are trapped as well. But we are right now in the short selling range, which to me sounds like short sellers are slightly winning here because they're in the green and the buyers are not in the green. The buyers are actually down money based on the book map orders that we have. It's just a matter of hitting their stop loss. Yeah, it's just a matter of hitting their stop losses, which is probably the low of this candle here at 38.25s. What's up, John? How are you? Good morning, man. Happy Family Day, man. Or Washington's Day. Whatever it is, man. If you're from the States or from Canada, I don't know, but in Canada, it's Family Day, bro. So, have you been? I like that volume increasing here. I've been pretty good. I've been solid, man. I've been feeling a lot more relaxed lately. I'm just chilling. Yeah, no market. Only for futures, of course, but um yeah, bro, I might just go for this one. Think we can get a nice swig. Yeah, they're only open until 1 p.m., so I don't want to like go beyond 10:30. I'm not gonna lie, like I don't want to go like trading in like into 10:30 until like 1 p.m. today. I'm pretty pissed about it too. I love trading, man, but you know, it is what it is, and I don't want to trade on days like this where the volatility is very low. It makes it very easy for you to get trapped, and I don't want to get trapped on a Monday, you know? Not a good way to start the Mondays, that's for sure. So I'm just kind of observing right now on what could happen. And I'm looking at this prior low here, and I'm also looking at 39s here. I think that if we crack 39s right on open here, I think we could definitely drop to 207s. So I'm going to stay with that fulfillment here. I'm going to wait for them to crack these 90s here. And my entry is going to be pretty shit. But hey, that's 1-to-1 right here. It does crack it. Volume of sellers are higher. Increasing volume on the selling, which indicates distribution here. I'm going to put my order here on a stop sell limit potentially. I do see that we had support here as well, so it's kind of scaring me a little bit. And we also are trading in a pennant. The buyers are definitely here. But this is buyers on low volume. It looks like volume is very low. The accumulation is nice, but the selling volume is much higher right now. So that to me might be sellers are holding it today. We got more volume on 210s. Yeah, I'm taking a shot here. I'm going to try it. Crack the level that I'm expecting it to crack. Stop loss is just 32.5 points. And I'm looking for 32.5 points here, hopefully on open. Actually, you know what? High of this candle. It's the most I can risk. There we go. So we cracked it. Just watching it now. Should be able to see a sweep here. Increasing volume. Still continuing that high, lower high. We're below it on the 15, just waiting on the 30M here. You know what? That's the most I'll risk. I can't risk anything more than this. I don't like that it's coming back up here. Right? But hey, patience. Gotta be patient a little bit. Let it play out a little bit here. Got 1 more minute for this candle to close red. Okay, and I'll look at the 5 minute now. I like that 5 minute red candle too. Sweeping the highs. I could see a sweep here, it would be nice. selling volume is much higher too, which I like. We've also reached buy side liquidity. I also did my thesis on it too. I think my thesis is going to get fulfilled here on open here. Give me a second. I want to see the fulfillment here. Yeah. I'm going to go for this right here. There we go. There you go. You know, maybe I got out a little bit early, but I don't want to hold on to my trades for too long when the volume is very low, you know? Like, I don't want to get trapped. That's the biggest one for me. I know I have a feeling I'm going to get trapped. So I'm just going to take the base hits, you know what I mean? But this could sweep here and run for 207s in a very short time here. Just giving it some time. The volume is increasing. Volume is increasing here, which is a good thing to see, I guess. If they crack this low here, we should see a drop, a straight drop here into 2200s. Here's the crack. I want to see volume increasing here. And also follow through on this sell-off, right? Okay, volume's increasing significantly on the sell side. Look, okay, so I guess 207s is definitely coming here. Right? 207s is the target. If they stay below here, if they close below this wick, I think it's still gonna, we're gonna get a next candle here on the sell-off here. One more. 207s. Nope. So they're not closing below that candle here. Which means to me, let's see how it closes here in the next 5 minutes. We got 3 more minutes for it to close. Volume's very high right now on the sell side, very high. This is just a potential retest, I think, on the 1 minute. Yeah, looks like a retest here. Just a retest. And then another continuation down here, maybe. Yeah, I like the follow through on that. Nice little sweep on the previous candle. Volume is still increasing on the sell side. Now 207s would be ideal, right? This is where the support was. Support of overnight. Right? Support. So we're coming right back into that support here. And that's the first target. The second target is going to be 164s. So 164s down here. That's the second target if it comes there. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so that bounce, lots of volume here. If we do engulf here, this is a 3-bar reversal maybe. Could come back up here to 42s. Looks like they're bouncing on the 5 minute. We got 2 more minutes for this to close. I think if we close above this prior wick here though, I think we could potentially retrace the highs here. Just watching it right now. Could be a fair value gap, 15-minute retest here. Got 2 minutes left. I'm watching the 45-minute candle here as well. 45-minute candle was showing signs of a sell-off towards the sell side liquidity. So looks like the second candle's on a buying. This one's a nice engulfing here on the buy side. So we got a little bit of a sweep here. Got a tiny bit of a sweep here, guys. Yeah, this could be a sweep. I'm just waiting right now. Look at how it's going to close. The close above here, these wicks right here, I think I'm going to try jumping in maybe like 1 micro long. I'm going to try to ride it. Try to ride it out here. That's only if I get above 28, 25s on this 1 minute candle setup. Nope. 28, 25s. No, looks like it's continuing to the downside. So we're now sweeping towards 207s. There's a 200s level as well. Liquidity at 200s. There it is. That's the drop, and that's fulfillment right there. So we just fulfilled the sell side liquidity of 207s on this drop here. There's the sell side liquidity. We might sweep through that too. The 164s here. This, watch for the momentum. This could be the drop actually. If it sweeps right through this level 2, then we're gonna go straight to 164s. Yeah. Okay, so we just broke below the first target. We might run for the second target here, 164s. Yeah, I kind of like how it's dropping here. But we're on the buy side of the market maybe. So I don't know. I think I might try. I don't like that volume candle though. It shows that it's a very big distribution candle. Plus it's low volatility. So low volatility days are very tough to trade. I want to see an engulfing candle first for me to take along. I am going to try 1 micro maybe. Actually, just at the sell side liquidity here so that my stop is going to be here. I'm going to try to retest it at the highs here for $27.50 if I can. A really good level for traps to be made. That was the SSL. This is a pennant, by the way. I love pennants. I love fulfilling pennants. There was no retest to the high here on the pennant breakout. No breakout to the upside on this pennant. So I'm still gonna see what I can do here. 1 minute doji. The 1 minute doji is a potential trap forming here. Potential trap forming here. Okay, so we got that liquidity overnight test, overnight low, and I'm gonna try 1 more micro here, maybe a couple more. Okay, and I would like to see it come back up here to the 20.75s at least. 1 sweep would be nice. Yeah. I'm gonna watch it. If this engulfs, then it's a A+ setup for me for a reversal. Reversal challenge to 28s maybe. I mean 28s, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go for 20. I'm gonna say 26s here. Retested the previous low. Okay. That 1 minute candle slightly failed. So it does mean that we could move lower here. Just depends really now. Okay. I want to see this engulf this other one still. Yeah. Yeah. I want to see it engulf the other one for me to add. Okay. So that's an engulfing for me. All right. I'm gonna try adding to my position here. Watching it right now. I'm watching it. I like the engulfing for sure. Yeah. Might be a second trap forming there. So I'm going to add 3 micros. 3 micros long. I'm looking for $123 at least here on this move. I would like to see 26s, maybe a shoot up here. Trap a bunch of people. I don't know how they're going to do it, but they are going to do it. Put my stop loss at 96s now. Just swipe, just right there. Just right at the low of this breakout level. And I don't want it to go any lower than that. I would like to see a recovery here. Maybe come back up to the highs. Maybe back to the mid value here. The first target price has already been fulfilled, so I don't know. Okay, so I just gotta keep it pretty nice and wide here. Just nothing crazy, right? Just enough, basically. If this one engulfs again, I'm gonna add one more. Okay. Should be able to see VWAP here, because look at how the 105 hasn't actually broken below, which indicates to me that it might slightly be still bullish. Maybe. Yeah, the 9 MA hasn't also crossed below yet either. Could get an engulfing here. Back to 34s. 34s. I would see it. I'd like to see 34s here. 15 minute. We got 3 more minutes for the 45-minute chart here to do its thing. Got 3 more minutes. Yeah, I don't really like that. But this is my plan, so you see that's the stop loss raid. And this could be the engulfing still. I want to be positive about this. We just swept all the stops here. And some sellers jumped in, and now the buyers are interested slightly here. So I would like to see them push it back up here to the right. At least 34s, in my opinion. 34s. At least 34s, yeah. 34s would be nice. Okay, I like that. I like how they played that. Yep. There's the sweep. That's why I jumped out. That's why I have my stops a little bit wider. So, because I was expecting a sweep under. I want to see some follow through here. At least towards 22s, 21s. Overnight has been more of like that sweeping thing and then coming up, sweep and come up. And this is what the price action is showing from overnight. So we might come back up here. That's how I'm feeling here. I'm going to be really confident on this trade. I think we're going to come back up here. I would say 27s actually. So 27s would be the most I'm willing to risk on this trade. I'm waiting on it right now. Got 1 more minute here. I like the close right here. I definitely like the close on the 45-minute. 45-minute is showing me that it is now a close below the range. However, we did not close below the gap. We did not close below the gap on the 45. So that to me sounds like we're going to get a bounce here. I like that. I like this engulfing right here. 1 minute candle engulfing, right? Definitely an A plus setup in some sort here. I would like to see 27s at least. 27s. I want to see more here. I want to see 20s, 27s here. Right? 20 to 27s here. We had 20 to 27s. We broke out. We swept. And now the buyer accumulation is coming. I want to see them engulf this candle here. Because if we engulf this one right here, that's going to be a squeeze right above the range here. All right. So into 1875s, right above this. And we should get like a push or something. I don't know. Straight into 27s here. All right. Okay. So I want to sell one here. I'm going to sell another one. And I'm going to call this one a break-even trade for $2. And I'm going to try to push it for 40 here. I'm going to try to push it for 40s here. I want to see it here. This candle is going to squeeze. Don't tap me out, bitch. Don't do it. Don't do it. Go. One candle up. Bombastic, man. Just fly. Don't tag me out. There you go. I want to see it all the way back up. Maybe here. Good old pennant vibes. Or even like there. Yeah, no. All right. So it's 9:47. All of that emotional damage just for 40 bucks. It sucks, but that's how it is sometimes. All that emotional damage for that amount of money. Now I can see the volume dying here a little bit, and it's becoming a little bit more complicated for me to play. But yeah, I think that's it for me on this these two accounts. I'm just gonna lock it out. Yeah, I'm gonna lock it out for 9:15 tomorrow because I don't trade overnight, and that's part of discipline, you know. So let me just lock this out. Save changes, lock this out for 9:15 tomorrow. That's it. That's my 200 bucks of the day, and I don't need to make more than that because that's a lot of money, bro. That's 400 US dollars, right? That's like in Canadian dollars, that's like $600 to me, right? $670 in a day in one sitting. So I'm happy with that. But yeah, so practically like what I saw here was I'll just show you really quick just to recap like basically the end of this video. I was gonna trade until like 10:30, but I don't really want it. Like I'm fine with this. I'm pretty sure we reached 27s here, but I'm okay with $200 for today. And then there's probably going to be better opportunities tomorrow, and that like a lot more volume. And I feel like I didn't catch like the best trade considering the fact that I had a really great entry today. I had an entry up here, and I could have held it for 600, but I was too chicken apparently. Too chicken, and I basically scalped for a small win when I could have held it much longer. So to me, that doesn't seem like I'm in the right mindset to be taking a lot of trades. But as long as like I don't take too many trades, I only look for 5, 6, 9 trades. It doesn't matter. Like anything less than 10 trades is all I need. I don't need more trades than that. But yeah, let's take a look at how it looks like. And I'm just gonna share it right here. Okay. So basically, how I saw it was that right along the overnight session, I'm gonna just talk about in terms of like whatever I see with the experience at the moment, like what happened with overnight session. We kind of like, had a really nice large selling candle on the overnight session, and basically it didn't wash out. It said that there was a support at 40, like just right around 22,200s, and that's the reason why the overnight session washout it didn't fulfill. So it didn't fulfill, right? Like basically we had a big pop on the morning session, like straight on the 6 p.m. session. We opened up with a green candle, immediately rejected, tried to break below the supports, but we couldn't break below it. So this right here indicates to me that we had a support sitting at this level, which could get retraced in the later in the morning. So that was one of the criterias. Number two, one thing that I noticed on the 45-minute chart is the one favorite chart that I like. We actually pushed overnight to fulfill a gap that was just right around this Wednesday of December 24th from last year, 2024 of December 18th. We actually had a large 45-minute gap just right here, just this very first gap. We ended up filling that, right? So this right here got fulfilled just right at the top of that wick right there. It got fulfilled overnight, and then we started selling off. Then we created another couple gaps, right? With this concept and everything. We created one more gap here, and then we also created a inverse fair value gap. Basically, this one right here tells us that if the price were to close below this range, there is a high probability for the market to sell off to the next liquidity level, because there's an imbalance of orders. So right around here, we ended up creating that fair value gap. We came in to retrace it. We came back out. And then the next 3 candles after that on the 45-minute was a selling setup, which usually is like a very exponential. So basically the candle small, gets bigger, and then gets a large candle. That's usually the exponential curve on selling. The selling pressure increases significantly as it gets down to the next level, as it starts dropping. So right after it dropped, we created another fair value gap. We waited for the market to retest this prior high, and then afterwards it comes back in to retest that gap. And once we see that the gap is being fulfilled and they're unable to break it above that range, then from there it just kind of indicates that there is some sort of bigger magnet on the downside, and we don't have enough buying liquidity to push it even higher towards 305s here. There is a possibility that we could retrace this entire gap here though on the 45-minute on the next candle close. So right at 10:30, if this candle closes green, there's a possibility that we retrace this entire gap to the right side and push back up higher. Now, with everything that I basically said, the reason why I felt like these shorts were also a higher probability short is because we've already fulfilled the buy side liquidity. So basically the price already moved up into an area where there was buyers originally and they all got trapped, right? So in a way, it's like kind of like you're buying into more buying. You're buying more nasdaq when there's already a bunch of trapped buyers up here. So what are the trapped buyers going to do when it reaches back to this price, right? They're going to sell their position or potentially sell some of their position to reduce the risk that they have. And that is going to, drive the market down. And that's how short sellers start to basically the short sellers will start pouring in on top of the buyers getting out of their positions, which is why like this right here is called buy side liquidity up here, because all the buy side, all the people that are buying originally are up there trapped, and basically sometimes they will be holding their positions, especially institutions, they'll hold their positions for a long time. When it gets to that fundamental level, there is going to be more drive to the opposite direction. So that's like a reversal trade that we can take. So once this gap was being fulfilled, and I saw that it was already rejecting it several times here on the 45-minute gap, and I knew that on the other side we had buy side liquidity. That means that there is a little bit more heaviness to this price action. So if short sellers were to come into the price, they would most likely push it down, expecting them to get to that sell side liquidity where all the short sellers were in originally, and we're going to trap some of the short sellers down here. So that's how the liquidity concepts work. And especially when I was looking at Bookmap, I saw that there was an order at 22,200s. Vice versa, there is orders above the range as well, but it's more likely to go down because there's an imbalance. And yeah, that's it. That's the end of my trading day. I basically just traded 2 accounts. I'm not going to open up the Top Step account today, another combine, because the liquidity is too low for me to take any trades. I don't want to get caught in any of this chop, and the range is very tight as well. So it's always knowing when to stop is really important. As for example, this right here was 10 points in about 4 different candles, which is very, very slow, and that's just not the type of market that I'm looking to stay in, right? So right after we pushed right up to this level, I started scaling out, and the reason why is because the average true range is very low as well. If you actually take a look at this other chart here, I'll show you on the Top Step one. We have an average true range just right here, and the average true range is still around 15, which is 100% very low compared to what the market is usually printing. So I think that, if I take that scalp right there, it actually is a winning trade. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. There is a possibility that it can definitely come back with this low liquidity, but I don't want that to be the driving factor for my trades. I want to always be with the liquidity, and that's the way and the methods that every trader should follow, right? You always want to follow the liquidity at the end of the day. Anyways, that's it. And thanks for watching. I hope you all have a great day. Enjoy your Monday. Close the charts. There's no point, waiting when there's nothing that's going to happen anytime soon. And ciao. Thanks for watching, guys.